It was 2005, going into 2006. After being laid off and in between, I had started encouraging young Emmy by laying shirts with kids were getting killed, right? So I took a job. I'm working my job at the same time on my off days, I'm volunteering to learn how to print at a print store, and learned how to print and was printing. Volunteer, no pay, and designed the first shirt. First quote was, "Time is all we have to change what we are." And I started laying shirts where kids were getting killed. And I believe I gave out a lot of shirts. Right? Be nice, right? Give out. I gave a lot of shirts to a lot of people, right? Sold a lot, but I gave a lot of shirts. Some of you on my timeline, right? So I had the carpool. Had lost one of my cars while I was off when I took the last chance agreement for my daughter. So I'm carpooling. That summer, my cousin Rochelle had did my cards. Took a picture of two men in their shirt. We did some shirts for my man Darnell Hall and his track club. With the quote, it went, I kind of forget that quote, but it was a very powerful quote. "I'm a child, can you discipline me? I'm a teen, can you have patience with me? I'm a young adult now, can you love me for all the things I'm not? Encourage me, I'm young." And was putting the cards up at Northwest Airlines in between fighting for my job. And in the meantime, I'm out here. And so my man, Anthony Davis, I'm carpooling with him. And one day I get in the car and I tell him, "You know what, man? I'm tired of this. Man. I'm not selling no more t-shirts. Bump these t-shirts, right? Man, people don't want to support. People don't, nothing." And I said, "Man, people look at me like I'm crazy." He said, "Man," he pulls up to the credit union. And he said, "Hey, man." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Man, you're going to do everything God told you to do, man. Shut up." I laughed. I said, I just started laughing. I said, "Okay, man." Right? Now I got a pocket full of money, right? And I'm sitting in the car. He goes in the credit union. I go in the credit union behind him. All right? I said, "Let me go and reopen my account." So now I'm back on the clock off the last chance agreement. I got to put all this stuff back together because I lost card, everything. My family looking at me like I'm crazy. I walk into the credit union. He's standing in line. I go to the corner, and the young lady is in there, and I ask her, can she help me reopen my account? I'll never forget this woman. Her hair was red, very, very red haired woman. And she asked me to sit down. I tell her my name. While she's typing my name, she turns to me and she asks me, "What do you do?" I said, "Come on, man, I work for Northwest Airlines." Right? She went back to typing. She said, "No." She turned and looked at me again. She said, "What do you do?" Right? And I had one business card in my wallet. And I reached in my wallet and I pulled out this business card. I said, "Well, I figure here." I put the card on the table. She jumps up screaming, "You saved my son's life. It was you. Oh my God, you saved my son's life." The whole credit union is running to the corner. And she tells me the story how her son had been kicked out of school multiple times. And she saw my card with the quote on it. And she took that card and that information and she applied the information that she got, and her son was now an honor student. And she said, "Do you know you could change the world with this?" She said, but people, I took your stuff to every school that my son was kicked out. And the only reason why they wouldn't mess with you is because you were African American. And she cried hard. I get back in the car, right? And Tone Davis, he gonna look at me and say, now what was that you was talking about? Right? And I just started laughing, and I made a promise that day that I would be locked in to this movement forever. That this was the direction that I would go in. And so I leave you with this quote. Purpose is not easy. Your dreams, not easy. Goals, not easy. But when you accomplish what God put into your system, suddenly the toughest of the tough become the easiest thing for you to endure. Remember, God said we must endure. That means you have to go through something to get to something. My name is Calvin Mann. God bless you and encourage me. I'm young. Visit emmyworld.com and get this product on your children. Believe me, it makes a difference.